How you doing? It's Jason Fickus, and if you are getting this video, it's because we missed you at the recent home group leader huddles that we held. We had a great time just celebrating some wins from the past year, both ministry-wide and for each leader that was there being able to share wins that they experienced in their home group throughout this past year. And not to make you jealous, but we did enjoy some exquisite baked treats from Pennsylvania Bakery, some cupcakes and cannolis and that kind of thing. So sorry you missed that. But I wanted to record this video just to kind of give you guys an update as to what we covered so that you know kind of what we're looking at moving towards in this next ministry year together, which starts here in just a few days as it's the end of August now. So this next year, we really want to hearken towards one of Daybreak's core values, which is that leaps of faith are taken here. And the big leap of faith that we want to take this next year is kind of in changing our coaching model a little bit and almost focusing on that to the exclusion of lots of the other things that maybe throughout the year we typically focus on in home group ministry. The past few years, we have done the regional small group leadership training, which has been great for those who have attended. But we figured out that it seems as if that had been having a larger impact on folks that were coming in from other churches than it was on the folks who were attending from Daybreak. So we're going to take all of the energy that we would have been putting towards that and put it all into the coaching model for this year. And I wanted to update you a little bit as to what that's going to look like. We kind of felt like within the past few years, the coaching has been better than it had been previously, but we know we have a long way to come. And we really want the coaching piece to look a lot more like friends, partners on the journey together, than it is like a boss or a supervisor checking in on you and making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and what are you studying right now and is your group meeting and who's in your group. All that stuff is great and it's needed, but it's not what we want the focus of the coaching to be. We really want the focus of the coaching to be investing in you as a person, as a leader in general, as a small group leader, on your own spiritual journey with Jesus. I think lots of times for us as leaders, we do a great job of helping to create this environment in the groups that we lead, where those who are in the group can experience life change and can feel like someone's investing into them and leading them. But who does that for us as leaders? Who helps invest into us? Who helps us to be able to set goals and then accomplish them? Who maybe helps us take steps forward on our own journey with Jesus? That's really what we want the coaching thing to look like, and we probably aren't even going to hold the coaching word much longer. We're looking for some new language to surround that. But it'll be a lot more about investing in you, investing in your journey with Jesus. And that's kind of the overall gist of what that's going to look like. So in order to be able to do that effectively, we are looking for some more coaches. And it's more, the coaching role now ends up being more about being someone who enjoys relationships with other people, who enjoys tracking with other people, who enjoys just getting together and kind of having that iron sharpens iron relationship. It's going to be much less about being a small group expert, so to speak. The home group leadership team is still here, willing to help out on any challenging situations that you run into. But we really want your coach to be more of a partner for you on your journey. So if you're interested potentially in serving in that capacity, we don't really see the coaching role as superior to the leader role. So maybe you're a leader and you have a strong relationship with one or two other leaders that you would say, yeah, we would partner together, we would journey together over the course of the next year. And I'll serve as the coach, which basically would mean, hey, I'll check in with the home group leadership team and make sure that they're tracking with what we're doing too. But I really want you to pray and to consider if that might be a role that you would be willing to kind of help serve in over the course of this next year. The other thing that I wanted to update you about is the fall campaign, which is coming up. For those of you who haven't been a leader in a previous fall, you know that every fall we ask all of our home groups to kind of get on the same bus together, to all be headed in the same direction, and we use what we call the power of alignment, where the sermon series matches up with the small group curriculum, matches up with daily devotional time, and so kind of aligning all those things together can supercharge our growth around that certain topic. And this fall, if you were able to attend our annual meeting, our church's annual meeting, or Vision Sunday, you heard that this fall's campaign is called Road Trip, and it's all about following Jesus on a life-changing journey. And that's Daybreak's annual theme for this year, is the journey with Jesus. And so this fall, we're going to be producing some small group materials for you guys around that concept, that topic. And there will be 7 weeks of curriculum. We'll start the week of September 28th, and then your last week of curriculum will be the week of November 9th. So there's 7 weeks of curriculum. We're working on developing that now. Essentially, it's just going to be diving deeper into what we talk about on Sunday morning. And kind of the whole concept of the campaign this year is that we're taking what has been the Journey class for the past 2 or 3 years and kind of swizzling it up, turning it into a sermon series. So most of the stuff that will be included throughout the series is going to be some stuff from the Journey class, some stuff that has been tweaked from the Journey class, some stuff that has been recreated from the Journey class. But if someone goes through, attends the 9 weeks of sermon series, gets the daily devotionals, there's going to be actually a cool electronic devotional feature that you'll get through email throughout the course of the series. Does those things, completes the inventories that we'll look at throughout the series that folks in Journey class would complete, and then attends a 4-hour workshop at the end of the series, either on November 15th or November 22nd. If someone does those things and they're not currently a member, they can apply to become a member as an outcome of this series. So for those folks who have not been able to go to the Journey class because of a long commitment or time schedule, this is an opportunity for them to take advantage of that. So for you as a leader, we really want you to encourage your group members to do that. But the content of each of the different weeks are really going to be kind of diving deeper on the topics that we're covering on Sunday morning. So the topics of story, the topics of connecting and reflecting and your relationship with God, biblical community, care, making a unique contribution, making a difference locally and globally, and then generosity. Those are the 7 topics for the fall campaign. So I wanted you to be aware that that stuff's coming. The email that you got, there should have been an attachment that kind of gives you the outlay for what that series is going to look like, but wanted to let you know that's coming. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch base on is that at the end of the huddles, we got a chance to get updated rosters and group information from all of the leaders that were there. So since you weren't there, we didn't get a chance to get that from you. You can actually, I don't know if you knew this or not, but actually access your group on DB Link. So if you know how to get on there and to look at your group on there, you can take a look at that and let us know what changes you have. But I wanted to ask if you could just email me the following information. The names of the people who are in your group, the day of the week that you meet, the time you meet, and then the location that you meet in. One other thing we're trying to do better at this year is to do a better job at communicating with all of you as leaders. And so we'd also love to know what your preferred method of communication is, whether that's to receive a phone call, to receive a text, or to receive an email. And so in your response to us, if you could also let us know what your preferred method of communication is. And if it is an email, then obviously we should have your correct email address. But if it is a phone call or a text, if you could provide us with the correct phone number as well, that would be great. Well, there you go. In about 10 minutes was what we covered in about 90. You missed some good stuff. You missed another fish story from Dean, but wanted to make sure that you guys were caught up on that. Feel free to check in with myself or with Dean or with any member of the home group leadership team if you have any questions. But that's it. So we'll let you know once the stuff is ready for you to pick up for the fall campaign. But until then, just reply to this email, and that's it. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye.